Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy Southpaw Brad here. I had some time today. I got a busy Saturday planned, but I wanted to try to knock out some of these boxes that I've got. I don't have an ordering problem. I've got a storage problem. So I've got stuff that I really need to open at some point, but that doesn't include the two I'm trying to knock out today. So I thought I'd do this real quick. I actually wanted to start a little bit earlier because I know some other folks are doing a live stream and I want to check that out. So I'm going to try to get through this and just, be my normal entertaining self, but also support some other folks, really good folks in the community. So I know that Slim's Comics and Tylox the Mighty are they're unboxing some cards, boxes, packs of baseball cards. So I definitely want to go over and do that. And what's up, Dave Collects? Yeah. Hope you're doing good, man. Listen, you don't even have to these days, you don't even have to tell me you're working. I just assume it. I know you got a busy one, and I appreciate you jumping in and saying hello. Great community, man. It always brightens my day when folks stop by. So have a productive and safe day at work, and I guess we'll be seeing you tonight. I'll be manning the chat tonight and checking you guys out and be there for support tonight as well. So thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, you know it, brother. I've got a couple I've got to catch up. I'm behind by like 2 days, so I've got to catch up on the last two. But I've really enjoyed the the Lego Advent calendar, and I've enjoyed the Christmas music and your boys' excitement. Like when they're opening all this stuff, the family's excitement has been some good Christmas cheer. So I appreciate you, man. Have a good day at work, and we'll see you later today for sure. So package number one, I went ahead and took the packing slip out because I've had this since November 24th. So it's been a little while, but I don't like they're the only stuff I open that I don't do with you guys. What's up, Tylox? Hey, man, I ended up restarting my computer, and it took forever. So I'm later I told you I was going to start shortly so I could catch y'all's show, and I'm still trying to do that. But when I updated my computer, it took forever. So I'll be hopping on y'all's stream here in a little bit. But I'm going to get through some of these things. I took out the packing slip, and so this stuff has been sitting on my desk since like late November. So I want to, but the only thing I ever really open without sharing it with you guys live is, maybe if I have like a smaller, maybe like a smaller box or something, but that's really about the only thing that I do. That's about the only thing I ever open without showing you guys. So it's a pleasure to be able to do that, and it's a lot of fun to to open stuff with you guys watching and all right, so we got some cool stuff. So we'll put there's some Avengers heavy stuff here, but I'm going to go through and just start checking these things out. I know, man, it always happens. Like I tell myself, don't update right before the show, but that's, you do it, and all it takes is one click and you're down a rabbit hole then. So this one was pretty unique. This is Smurfs number 1 from this would have been from 82. Now, this is not a first appearance or anything, but it's just an old Marvel Smurfs book. I actually pretty sure I had this back in the day. I used to buy these like number 1s, and I wasn't a Smurf fan myself. Now my younger siblings were, and and they so I knew that, and Smurfs were just absolutely hot. I mean, they were so popular back then. So Yeah, I let's stick with the nostalgia theme here. This is A-Team #1 and fine condition, but that show was like super popular, Mr. T and all his glory. And of course it's collectible because it says first collector's item issue. So that was a cool show, very popular show back in the 80s. And again, this was 84. So some of that nostalgia creeping into um the collection a little bit. What's up? What's up? Yeah, I know, man. There are, yeah. Look at all these closet Smurf fans, man. I didn't know you guys were Smurf fans. That's awesome. It was great, dude. It was great. Mr. T was with the Rocky movies and then the A-Team and all that stuff. This one was kind of cool. This is Marvel Premiere number 54. This one is The Coming of Caleb Hammer, and it's a Marvel Western book, first appearance of this character. I was like, that's kind of cool. They're wanting to get into the whole Western genre. And the comics have been. I mean, they've got a ton of Western comics. So the comics have been that way for a while. They've had some stuff, and they've even rebooted or revisited some of those stories. Even in the 2000s and stuff, that Marvel has checked out some other things. So up next, this is a popular book that I've been showing because I could never get it, and then when I find it, I pick it up. So we've got Dakota North #1. If this feels like deja vu, it is, because I pick this book up whenever I see it, and especially if it's a good price, I'll pick up multiple copies. I need to go see how many I have now. Some of these are in pretty good. This is supposed to be like very good to fine condition, but they're fairly decent. And who knows, man, if they apparently Dakota North is going to be involved on some level. If she does, it's not that book would not have interested me if I saw it on the newsstand or if I saw it in my LCS. That's not something I would have normally picked up. So I can imagine a lot of people probably said that. There probably wasn't a whole lot of demand for Dakota North books. Now this one I do want to, let's see. Let me pull up this particular book because I've got there's some important background that I want to share with this particular book. So let me bear with me for just a moment. All right, there we are. Okay, so this was just like a bizarre indie book. And I thought it was really neat. So this is Heroes Inc. And this is Heroes Inc. And the story is canon. And there's actually 3 stories in here. Canon, which is this one. We've got Dragonella, and then we've got Misfits. And that, I don't know, that was weird. I thought maybe that might be like some connection to the band. But it's like an alien team or something. But this book, I picked it up because it was not expensive. This book is from 1969. It's got 3 stories. It's kind of like was one of those books that kind of teetered on the indie underground genre, but it was a mainstream book, but it was, kind of just an odd, bizarre book. A lot of people didn't, I didn't know this even existed. And I don't even know what, you start going down a rabbit hole and you stumble upon something. And I just thought that was really cool. And this book was from 69. I mean, it's in pretty good shape considering this book is from 1969. That was the year I was born. But the significance of this, so this is right there. Wally Wood, 1969. So Wally Wood was involved in All right, let me pull this back up. He was involved in, I think he was Mad Magazine, I believe. And I can fact check that real quick, but yeah, he was. So this is a book that he did. He was a popular, like indie comic guy. Wallace Allen Wood was an American comic book artist, writer. Yeah, so weird. He did a lot of these like kind of different, bizarre books. He did like Weird Science, Weird Fantasy, and Mad Magazine from its inception in 52 until 64. So Mad Magazine was the book he was involved in. And just cool, like that color just pops, man. I'm super excited about that. But one of the other things, so I was reading, I haven't opened this, obviously, I just got it, but that the canon story, script and inks by Wally Wood, pencils by Steve Ditko. The Misfits, drawn by Wally Wood, and so those characters are Mistra, Shag, and Beast Boy. Shag the Beast Boy, and Glom. Looks like an early version of Concrete. Script by Wally Wood and art by Wally Wood and Ralph Reese. And the fantasy tale Dragonello, script by Ron White and Wally Wood, and art by Wally Wood. And then Wally Wood did the cover. So I just thought that was kind of cool. You know, that's a really different book. Interesting and in really good condition considering it's such an old book. So just wanted to I just picked that up because I thought it was cool. Up next, now this one is not in great condition, but I'll have to pick up another. I won't be satisfied with the condition of this book, man. I'm a stickler for the condition. I think this was kind of this may have been overgraded. This doesn't look like it's got some serious stuff going on there. But anyway, Secret Wars 2, number 5, first appearance of Boom Boom, who went on to be obviously involved in some of the X-Men teams. No, the white with it's WHYTE. So although Tater Salad would have been alive back then. So yeah, different Ron White. But first appearance of Boom Boom, she was in several X teams, involved in Sword as well. And as I've stated previously, interested in picking up characters, first appearance of characters who are in Sword. I'm interested in picking up X, mutant characters first appearances. So this would kill two birds with one stone for me. So I'm not done picking this one up. I obviously want to get a better copy, but okay, this one is, I'm gonna pull this one up too real quick. So the rest of this little stretch here is Avengers related stuff. And I just want to make sure I've got and this one's in pretty good shape. All right. Make sure I've got okay. This is Avengers Forever, number 1, first appearance of Genus Vell, Captain Marvel. So Genus Vell's first appearance, Silver Surfer Annual. Can't remember if it's 2 or 5. And his name was Legacy. This is first cameo appearance of Genus Vell as Captain Marvel. And cool little Captain Marvel in this run here. He's definitely got like a Captain Universe look, like you see the universe in like in him. That's his skin or whatever. So it's really neat. But that's a nice book to pick up there. And that run is that's a really cool run. They've got let's see. That's a Kang storyline. So that's always fun. Let's see, and pull up one more thing here. See, this is the all right, here we go. All right, so the primary downside, I won't say the only downside, but the primary downside to I like being spontaneous and opening these things, but it doesn't give me time to prepare like the information about the book. So but I do like the spontaneity of it. So I'm pretty sure I know what this one is, but so this is let me make sure I've got okay. All right, this is I usually pick this book up when I see it. This is what is going on, Phil? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. I hope you're having a good weekend so far. It's I've got a little shopping to do, but I thought I would knock out a couple of boxes. I've got some stuff stacking up over here that I need to and so this is a book I pick up just because it's not super easy to find out in the wild, and it's got a blue cover that's kind of difficult to get in really good condition. But this is Avengers Standoff Omega, so you got to get the Omega #1. It's different than there's an Alpha #1 as well, but it's this blue cover. First appearance of Avril Kincaid, who becomes Quasar. So I don't know if anything comes of this character, but it is a tough book to find. If you can get it for cheap enough, you can take just take a flyer on it and see, see if the character pans out. But I would say it is a tough book to find in general. So this is from Jonathan Hickman's run on Avengers. This is Avengers #3, and I'm pretty sure. Let me just double check real quick. I'm pretty sure this is. I just want to double check. I don't want to give you any misinformation, but this is from the Jonathan Hickman run on Avengers #3. There's a couple of interesting things in this book or in this run, excuse me, in this run. A couple of new characters, and so this particular book, I believe, is the first appearance of the second Night Mask. Really interesting looking character. And the storyline, I think I'm going to pick this up just to like read the story, but I like getting first appearances of characters, but I am going to pick up maybe like that first, might be a good idea to pick up like that first 10 books to check it out. So this is an interesting book. And I did it, I was so excited to open these that my X-Acto cut through the plastic. It didn't damage the backing board, but that one's got to get a new bag. So Empire, what's going on, man? Hope you're having a good weekend. and always good to see you around. Actually, I'm getting ready to get into some Black Knight stuff here. So this is my Black Knight haul. Now not this book, but the next book I got I think primarily because you shared it on your channel, so I do appreciate it. Yeah, man, that's going to be awesome. That's going to be awesome. I'll be rooting on from the chat and be supporting the heck out of you guys. So that's my Saturday night staple for sure. This is Avengers number 344, and this is it's a classic battle. Well, I say classic battle. It's a battle of Black Knight versus this is the second swordsman, and first swordsman's appearance is a few issues before this one. But the significance of this book is first appearance of Proctor, who is like an evil version of Black Knight. First appearance of Proctor, and he's a nemesis of Black Knight. They battle, a couple times, a few issues later. So good book to pick up with all the Black Knight stuff that's going on. Now, this is the one I'm going to give props to my boy. Definitely going to give props to my boy Empire here. So this is Avengers Annual number 22. And I got this from your channel there, Empire. I appreciate it. I told the folks in the Saturday night chat last week. I said I finally asked Empire if he had a spec book that I've been buying, and he said no. I was like, I can't believe it. Like we always have the same book. So, but shout out to you for this recommendation. So this is the first appearance of Blood Wraith, which would make is a dope looking character, would make a really interesting, antagonist or nemesis for the Black Knight when he comes to the screen. But and I just noticed, so I picked up 2 copies I'll say 2 copies in this order. I picked up 2 copies in this particular order. So I did get a direct and I got a newsstand on it. So that was cool. So, I know, man, it's funny that we have, so Empire and we might have a little something coming up here after the holidays. We're talking a little bit. So we've got similar tastes, and awesome. I think that was the book that I was referring to. So yeah, I think there's something to it. If you read that new Werewolf by Night, it's the same guy for sure. So I'm like, I don't know, you never know, man. And those are fairly cheap books, so why not give it a shot? So I'm gonna go ahead and crank out another one here. We're like 23 minutes in, man. We're killing it. This is like record time for me. I get all caught up in the chat and like chatting with everybody and hanging out. And so let's knock this one out. And then I'm going to do some Christmas shopping today. And I'm going to see Spider-Man tonight with the family. So I am super excited. Of course, my nephews who I collect comics with were like, they're going. My mom is going. My nephew Connor's wife is going. I think Connor's taking his daughter. So we got a little crowd going, and there's just, so that's definitely one I had to see in the theaters. I mean, I prefer to see movies in the theaters just in general. I'm just a fan of doing that, I like the to me it's as much about obviously the visually it's appealing, obviously it's appealing visually, but I also like to check it out for all right, just trying to sort a little bit. I also like to I like the sound, the sound of a good movie in theaters. I just, I'm just a fan of that. So, all right, this is just trying to get these in order a bit. These are kind of some oddball things, and there's a little bit of everything in this one. So I'm gonna get started. Let's start with indie, because I've been listening to my indie. Phil, how do we block people in the chat? I've tried so hard to avoid stuff. So pretty much the same for me, man. Pretty much the same for me. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Phil, I have tried so hard to avoid, and it's been tough because I communicate with you guys on Instagram a lot, so I've had to kind of stay off of Instagram, and I'm definitely not, other than going to like specific channels, like directly to that channel, I'm not doing any like browsing or anything on Instagram or YouTube, man. I'm sticking with my, my clique, my people I know. I'm not trying to branch out from that at all. So I've been listening to our indie folks, and I'm like, gosh, I got to get some. I'm going to get some. I love doing the spec stuff, but I think I'll say this, Phil. If he's not in this movie, yes, you are still going to be able to retire well once it's all said and done. Your borderline hoarding of the first appearance of Miles Morales is going to pay dividends. That's going to be one of those modern grails. That's going to be a modern grail. And there's not many. I don't think there's many. This will be a cool topic for us to talk about Empire when we do our thing. But like, there's not many like. But I think Miles is a character that's always going to. Dude, is that because of work, Tylox? Yeah, I think you're fine, Phil. I think you're good. Just don't sell them yet. They're going up. I mean, 9.8s are, and I don't think yours are raw, right, Phil? I mean, you might want to look at getting those graded, especially to preserve them for sure. But graded are going for like $3,000 or something. A 9.8 standard cover is like $3,000. So, yeah, I think you'll be fine. A modern grail for sure. So I've been listening to our indie folks, and I hear you. Yeah. You mentioned that last week. So that's awesome. Yeah. Hey, if it's good, I might ride up there and see it with you, Tylox, since you're only like an hour-ish away. If it's good enough, if it's one that I'm not above seeing it twice. So we'll talk then. Maybe I'll write up. I got to give you your books anyway. Maybe that would be a good time to try to do that. So, been listening to our indie folks. I still like doing the spec thing. That's my I enjoy that hunt. I enjoy that search and that research for figuring out like, hey, if you buy a spec book after somebody else tells you to buy a spec book, you're at least one step behind. So, so I like doing that, but I've been reading my comics more. I used to just put them in bags and put them in boxes, Hey, I don't want to mess them up. I'm like a stickler for stuff being in good shape. So this is, so I'm listening to our indie folks. I've been reading more books. And now in order to do that, I've usually got to get, that's, and everybody's got those stories. So don't beat yourself up too much, Empire. That is, everybody's got those stories. So I wanted to get some indie stuff to read, and I've got several titles I'm reading right now, probably 4 indie titles I'm reading right now. So Southpaw Brad, who buys the superhero books, is buying indie books and reading them to, to just for some good story lines. So I'm going to try this one out just because the synopsis sounded good. Chicken Devil. I've already got Chicken Devil number 2, so now I can jump into Chicken Devil. And I've got it. I'm going today while I'm out to get Primordial number 4. That one, I'm just like, I was waiting on that one this week and haven't been to the LCS yet. So Chicken Devil is now officially on my list. I'm gonna read that and see what's up. These were just weird indie books. All right, now what? I don't know how to tell these apart, but this was like a spoof on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And I think one of these is supposed to be a first print and one is a second print. I'll have to do a little research to see how. I don't see anything on the cover or the label that tells me which is which, or maybe they just threw 2 of the same ones in there. But this is Adolescent Radioactive Black Belt Hamsters. And I love the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles homage. Like I said, one is supposed to be, I got a first print and a second print. And they're almost identical. So I just need to do a little research on that. But just thought it was cool. It was very reasonably priced. This is another weird one from my childhood that I don't know, man. You never know. But I did have this book. And my people in the distribution department must be looking out for me. I've got Obnoxio the Clown versus the X-Men. And I had this when I was a kid. And this is, they're looking out for me. See, I got a direct and a newsstand on that one. These were cheap books, but it was just like, I was like, oh gosh, I had that. So I picked it up again. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. So I'm gonna thumb through that for sure. I definitely want to look at that one. Now this one I got. This is artist specific. This was an artist specific buy. This is Astonishing X-Men number 3, and this is cover E. This is a villains cover. It's a 1 in 25, and the cover is done by Sanford Green. Now Sanford Green lives in Columbia, and he goes to my local comic shop. So I'm hoping maybe I can get him to sign this one for me. That would be really cool. I like his artwork. He's done some really amazing stuff, and it's just cool that he's in my hometown. So I bought this, and actually it's a 1 in 25 that I bought for like $4 or something, which is, not all ratios are worth something, but I was like, well, gosh, that's a pretty unique book. I guess it's less likely that someone would have a signed copy by Sanford Green. So next we've got a little X-Men, then a little Avengers. So this is X-Men Prime number 1, and this is to go along with my I noticed there were like, God, I think there was like, I want to say like 6 or 7 printings on that. So that's cool cover, man. X-Men Prime is the first appearance of Marrow as an adult. She's featured in another book, Cable number 15. As a child, you really don't see it's her, but you don't see. And to me, it's kind of like if you want to collect mutant first appearances, to me, it's a lot like Cable himself. Cable as a baby appeared in an X-Men title, but his first appearance is considered, that New Mutants book. So to me, this would be a good one to have for that. And I like Marrow as a character. I really like the premise of her. I really like the premise of her as a character. So yeah, I wanted to pick that one up. So that's awesome. That's cool. This is another character I've been buying, and I didn't have this version of the book, but this is Uncanny X-Men 317. First appearance of Blink, who is supposedly going to be a very prominent character in MCU and Disney Plus. But there is the deluxe version has a hologram that runs here. This is the deluxe version was also a direct version. This retail version just has a red stripe, kind of a bland and nondescript red stripe, but I don't see it very often. So when the opportunity arose to snag this one, I was like, yeah, let's get that one. I've got quite a few of these. So what's going on? What's going on? J2, what's up, buddy? Hope you're doing well. Hope you have a great weekend. Yeah, that's awesome, man. Glad to have you here. Great show. I know y'all were running on limited participation last night, but y'all always do a great job. And I like the idea. Hey, just throw questions out and we'll answer them. So that was cool, man. It's always Friday nights are always for them low grades, man. That's awesome, dude. Yeah, that's yeah, and I'm the same way. I'm considerably older than you, Empire, but I'm the same way, man. I've still got, I mean, in my short boxes, I've still got books that I bought right off the rack. I've got the books that, first appearance of Beta Ray Bill. I've got that and I bought it off the rack. I've still got that same copy. So that's really cool. J2 is always supportive, man. Always supportive. Good dude and an asset to the comic community for sure. Now, Empire, you did mention this one. And so I'm pretty sure you mentioned this one. I go back. What I've started doing since you and I started following each other, I go way back and I work my way to the present on your videos. So I've seen, I just like, I don't know, I like doing that. So this one is from the Heroic Age, Secret Avengers #1. I believe this is where Moon Knight joins the Secret Avengers. I think the Secret Avengers are probably going to be a thing. So I picked up 2 copies of cover A, and then this is cover D. Honestly, don't remember the significance other than it's just a different cover and a cool cover. So now this one doesn't have Moon Knight on it, but I thought maybe just I've seen the other one. I haven't seen this one, so I just thought that was kind of neat. So yeah, picked up a couple of those. Yeah. I was pretty sure I saw that on your channel as well. That's one I was like, when you show it, I'm like, all right, I'm going to take it out of the want list and put it in the cart. Let's go ahead and pull the trigger on it. So this was a story that I wanted to read. They mentioned on Lords of the Long Box that they're obviously going to do a Secret Wars. There's going to be a Secret Wars, like just an epic Secret Wars. And something that was kind of like glazed over, but I went back and rewatched and caught again. Mikey Sutton mentioned that he said they're talking about not just calling it Secret Wars, but call it like Secret Wars Battle World. So I was like, okay, well, they've made a series called Secret Wars Battle World. Donnie Cates was involved in this as well. So that's he's not on issue 3. He is on issue 2. I guess that's Donnie Cates. I guess it could, maybe it's his wife doing the artwork. I don't know. But at any rate, I was like, that would be a cool, it's not an expensive book. I've got issues 1 and 4. These are issues 2 and 3. So I was like, man, I'd like to, that's a cool look, like Wolverine and all his variants. And that is cover. Yeah, that's a cover A. So, that's kind of cool, but I thought that's a story I'm going to read. So now I've got all 4. I can just like binge read. I'll binge read all 4 and I'll be done. And let's see if they go with that Battle World title. Ah, that's cool. That's really neat. Yeah, I've been noticing some of those things. Like I think Doom is the ruler of Battle World. So the multiverse was destroyed, and all that was left was Battle World. I did read there was a 4-issue arc called Ghost Racers, and it pitted like 4 or 5 different Ghost Riders from past to present. It pitted them. They did a race in an arena that was commentated by Arcade, and I bought those 4. Weren't super expensive, but it was a Battle World tie-in where all the Ghost Riders had to race to compete, and the ones who Ghost Racers. So I picked those up and read them through. It was an entertaining story, a cool idea. The character designs were really cool, and I like that. I enjoyed that as a read. And again, it was a short story, 4 issues, but I was like, God, it'd be cool if they brought all the Ghost Riders, back. It's Alex, you're younger than me. I don't even know what you're talking about when you talk about wacky racers. This was Ghost Raiders and Racers, and this was a violent race, and whoever didn't win was tortured until the next race. So they certainly had incentive to get through it. Okay, so up next we got I think the rest of these have some Echo significance, and these are, well, one, they're all dope covers. Not like me Hanna-Barbera though, man. That's you go back and start looking at some of those old characters, man. Like Hong Kong Phooey, dude. I watched Hong Kong Phooey religiously when I was a kid. Love that dude. Because the cat was the brains. So you cat people would enjoy that. The cat was the brains behind the whole thing. So yeah, this is some Echo spec. So this is New Avengers number 12, and this would be the second appearance of Echo as Ronin. Yeah, and that's her on the cover right there. But this artwork, man, who did this? Finch. That's superb. I really like that. Yeah, so picked up 2 of those. Can't go wrong with a little Echo spec. So I also got, this is a cool cover too. This is New Avengers number 13. Yeah, Wacky Racers would have been during my time then, Tylox. That's I just don't remember. Yeah, Hong Kong Fu was the bomb. I love. Yep. So, yeah, Sentry was still still a thing then. And an interesting character with I wasn't doing comics at that time, but I'm just kind of picking up bits and pieces of his storyline and stuff. Up next, New Avengers 13. So this is the next book. So I guess technically the third appearance of Echo as Ronin. And kind of cool how Finch did his. It's like, hey, let's put it on the sword itself. Kind of cool. So neat storyline, and it all kind of ties into this Ronin. These Ronin books would be her first interaction with Hawkeye during this time, because Hawkeye was now Hawkeye in this book, Hawkeye was Ronin's second. In Disney Plus, he's Ronin first. So very interesting. And this is another one. This is I'm not sure who did this cover, but I was picking up some Echo stuff when I find it for cheap or like cover price or less or half price. But this is Daredevil Annual number 2, I think. Oh no, this is annual Daredevil Annual number 1. This is from the 5th series. So featuring the return of Echo. So we'll see what that's all about. You know, as I've stated, I've been picking up that Daredevil Volume 2 with I picked up 2 of those. That Daredevil Volume 2 with Echo's first appearance. So yeah, I've been picking that up and haven't gotten the Echo's first appearance. So that's the one of the expensive books in that run, but I do like that that David Mack artwork is just spectacular. So I'm going to try to track down all of those, and I'd love to read it. I'll probably end up buying the trades to read that. So, hey guys, that's it. I appreciate you. Thanks for stopping by, popping in, and yeah, for sure, Empire. That all that Echo stuff. I bought some of it. I bought at a good time, and so I'm trying to like maybe move a couple of copies and use it to fund the hobby. I certainly need to fund the hobby. So yeah, that's it. You guys helped me get through 2 boxes of stuff, so I appreciate it. Now we've just got more stuff. There'll be more stuff. I'll do like a bizarre late Christmas Eve type like get home from the families, like what the heck, I'll jump online and see, and maybe you guys will be putting together toys for the kids or whatever, and you'll say, hey, Brad's on, let's hop on and chat some. So I don't know, we'll see. So happy Saturday to you guys. Have a fantastic weekend. We are less than a week away from Christmas, so I'm super excited. But thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate it. Please don't forget to click the like and subscribe. Thank you very much. And as always, thank you for the support. Have a fantastic weekend. And I'm sure I'll be seeing most of you around this weekend in the chats and live streams. So you guys have a fantastic weekend. Take care.